Welcome back, episode 3, Before the Rapture. We got a new guest on here. Let them know. Introduce yourself.
My name is Marcos, Edwin's coworker.
Hey, shout out to Marcos. We got another special guest. Many of you might know him from, one of my videos. If you follow me, we did a reaction to some new rappers and shit. Let them know who you are.
Hold on, let me just introduce myself.
Oh my!
Hey, anything? My name is Tone Dog. Everybody knows me as Tone Dog. 21K view. Everybody knows me. But anyways, I'm here with my nephew doing these kind of things. Hey, I love this shit. I'm so happy that they brought me on to this fucking podcast, supposedly. But yeah, I love it. Hey, let's get it.
Hey, so yeah, we got two special guests. That they just stopped by to just chop it up with us. And shit, we're happy to have them.
Very opposite. Very opposite guest. Yeah.
Very opposite.
Very sober.
This man's ready. He got a Bible with notes ready to go.
Very sober and very not sober.
I don't even have a microphone, so I can't even talk about what we're talking about. What is the?
He's gonna pass it to you.
Oh, okay. So we're doing. Okay, we're having a conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not like we're not gonna be like, all right. So now we're talking about it's really like did you see that fight? We just watched the Sean O'Malley fight. Sean O'Malley versus Aljamain Sterling, and going into it, I wanted Sean O'Malley to win. I was just like, man, Sterling's a champion. You can't ever count them out. So went into that hoping Sean O'Malley won, and he did his thing, bro. Second round TKO, late second round. It was fucking beautiful timing and everything.
I have a question. My voice gonna pick up on that?
If you're close to me, yeah. No, you don't have to do that. I'm just if you're like leaning into me like this, okay. Yeah, it'll pick up.
You're gonna stay like that the whole time.
What is it?
No, you're good. Sit like how you always. That's not how you always sit. Is it?
Well, I'm comfortable.
Anyways, we watched the fight. What is your thoughts on the fight, bro?
Honestly, I thought Sterling was gonna submit him
okay
late in the rounds. I didn't think it was gonna be like an early fight.
You did say that too. You said
yeah.
And I said
you did say
second round knockout O'Malley.
Yeah, you did say.
So did in the party.
Oh well, I don't give a fuck about these kind of fights. So, when I saw it, and then there's this guy named Angel, and he said that this and that because he's a master at whatever he does. But to tell you the truth, he's really not, right? Because he literally was wrong. But anyways, end of the story was that the guy won from AZ. Well, not from AZ, supposedly. I thought he was. But yeah, AZ all day.
But yeah, we had a good time watching that fight. The rest of the card, honestly, it was like not interesting, garbage, boring. I was on my phone I was watching the Cowboys preseason game and
I was jacking off.
You were jacking off. I thought you said you didn't. I thought you said you don't jack off. I thought that was for pussies.
That's a joke.
Wait, I swear to God, didn't you just say that earlier? He says whoever jacks off is a pussy.
Okay, hey, I want to know your actual. I want to know your actual consensus on masturbating.
Masturbation.
What do you think about masturbation?
I think that is definitely
for young guys.
Young guys. I mean, I'm 35 years old, so you're saying for young guys. No, I'm
saying in general. Do you think masturbation is good?
I think masturbation is necessary.
For who?
For everybody. Everybody, not just men, but women too in general. I think every woman and every man should be masturbating.
Why?
Because it releases anything that they're going through, right? So we just masturbate.
Wait, what? What? It releases anything that they're going through? Like
stress or anxiety or whatever they go. When people masturbate, it just happens.
Doing crack.
Why are we talking about masturbation, first of all?
Hold on.
Well, this is what I'm saying.
Doing crack.
I think that masturbation has to happen before you fuck a girl, because I feel like if you masturbate before you fuck a girl, it literally is going to be the best sex ever, because you literally just knocked one out.
Okay, so,
right?
so you saying,
knock it out the park, and then you're good to go, and all of a sudden this girl's going to get the best dick in the world.
So you're saying,
you know what I'm talking about?
So you're saying,
because you just knocked it out the park.
So you're saying masturbation is good only before you're about to have sex?
I mean, it could go either way. It can go all the way. It can go be whatever you want to say it, but it does. I'm
asking you.
Well, all right. For example, if you have a date, right, and you want to go be with a girl, right, and you want to fucking beat her up, right, beat that shit up, boom, 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 whatever, sauce, right. So you have to make sure to knock one out the park, right? So you make sure when you get to her, you're ready to go, right? If you literally haven't had sex for a long time, and you have sex with a girl, you might not last for a long time as a man. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just me. I'm just saying that's just what I'm talking about. I think a lot of men have. If you raise your hand, raise your hand. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You raise your hand too. Everybody has to raise their hand, right? But you have to at least knock one out the park, right? So you can just really get ready for the next one.
So masturbating is only necessary when you're about to cram a girl, which makes sense.
I think masturbation is in general just very important for everybody.
I disagree.
Because you guys are a bunch of bitches. That's
why. And we don't even have to get into
I disagree
the
also.
biblical side of it. Like just in general, that it's bad for kids.
Yep.
Well, it's bad for kids. How?
Because
I understand what you're saying. Bad for kids in general.
You didn't even hear what I said.
Hold on. Time out. Let me raise my hand. Hold on. You're talking about bad for kids because you're talking about pornographic videos.
Well, what do you masturbate to? You masturbate to porn.
Well, I masturbate to my mind. Whatever I want to fucking masturbate to.
That's you.
It doesn't matter what you masturbate to, but okay, I see what you're talking about. You're talking about little kids or younger children masturbating to porn on their whatever, right? So is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, that's terrible.
Porn destroys the mind.
You're saying that now that you're older, because I'm pretty sure when you're like 14 years old, you're fucking jerking it off like a little bitch.
That didn't make it right.
Yeah.
But you did though.
That doesn't make it right.
But you agreed to it.
But you did do it. But it doesn't make it right.
But you already did it, so you already passed that moment.
Are you hearing what I'm saying? It doesn't make it right. You already passed
that moment in your life.
It doesn't make it right.
It didn't make it right though.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not right. It's not right. It's not right for young children to watch porno. Is what you're trying to say.
At all? No.
Yeah, definitely. Then of course it's not right. I would not agree.
I know what you're saying though.
Watching porn.
I know what you're saying though. You're saying if you're about to meet up with a girl and you know you're about to have sex.
Yeah.
Okay. You might not last as long, so maybe get one out real quick and then go crazy. I get what you're saying. Right. I get what you're saying. But you're making it seem like masturbation is good in a general sense.
Go ahead. Because I think masturbation.
I agree with him.
You just said what?
Very normal. Very normal. But you're talking about you're talking about masturbation watching porno. I didn't talk about masturbation watching porno. I'm talking about just masturbation.
That's the most times that masturbation happens.
I didn't say that you watch. I didn't say you have to watch porno to masturbate.
What's the most?
What I'm trying to say.
People masturbate to porn. Yes or no?
You could.
What else then?
What are we talking about?
I mean, unless you're like a professional like me, you can masturbate to a bunch of your brain cells and whatever you think.
He's saying like imagine things.
If you have to masturbate to porno, like you don't have.
He's saying that he imagines in it in his head.
Masturbation is not just watching a pornographic movie and watching pornographic.
Okay, we know what he's saying. What are you guys saying? Like, what is your stance? Because you're just letting them go.
Yeah.
What are you guys saying?
Well, I can't stop him.
No, but what are you saying though? Like, what are you saying?
Masturbation is good in a general sense, and I'm saying it's not. If you're 35 years old and you want to masturbate to your mind, then okay, cool.
No, why is it not though? Is what the question is.
For
why
kids?
Is it not? Why is no, not for kids in general. Yeah, kids is not even.
Because if you're watching masturbation, then you're getting to your goal quicker than what it is. If you're watching masturbation and you get your nut, then you're not. Then if you're just fucking masturbating all day, you're not even gonna go talk to any girls.
Like interview.
What I think that's going on right now is that
like Nardwar.
You keep thinking about that masturbation only deals with pornographic videos and pornographic pictures. That's not what masturbation is. You can perfectly masturbate without that. You never done it? See, the thing about you is that you haven't done that yet. You haven't experienced that yet. You haven't gone up enough.
You're giving your own experience, and that's not what we're talking about.
That's not just me. Okay, well, let's ask the audience of what they think.
What do you guys think? What do you guys think?
There's a lot of people that can masturbate without pornographic videos and pictures.
What do you think, bro?
All right. My thought is this. Look, I understand what he's saying from a scientific point of view. It's like, I understand that people are going to justify it as, scientifically speaking, if you bust gallons of nuts all over yourself, right?
Gallons.
If you're doing some shit like that, right? I understand that it like reduces the risk for like testicular cancer, but that doesn't justify it, right? Because a lot of people like use that as like an excuse, like, oh, you know, you could do that, and then it doesn't have to be all the time, but like it can reduce your chances for testicular cancer, right? But that's not necessarily an argument, because you could use the same thing, like an argument too is like, okay, you know, I could, like doctors, right? A glass of wine is healthy for you, but if you're doing a glass of wine every single day or multiple glasses of wine, obviously that's not good.
It's about
for
a balance, right?
Yes, not good for your organs. But from a worldly point of view, right? From a average person, human to human, everybody does it. So nobody can just get away. Or if you haven't done it, then if you don't do it, then you've done it.
This is basically what's happening, right?
That's not a justification to do it.
What's happening is he's saying masturbating is good for him, which I understand because he has his girl, whatever. But teenagers who are masturbating and busting nuts, they're not going to be able to go out and actually have the confidence to talk to a real girl because they're already getting their goal and their prize at home.
I'm sure they will, because I'm pretty sure that these guys have busted a nut that they know that they can go bust nuts elsewhere.
It's not good, but the world's pushing it.
It's not good. That's the thing. It's not good. We're not saying that it's good. We're not. I don't know where you guys are coming from. I'm talking about busting a nut. So if you bust a nut, you bust a nut, right? It's wherever it is. So if I'm busting a nut here, if I'm busting a nut there, if I'm jerking off from my mind or a video or whatever it is, children are gonna do it regardless, right? I have a 16-year-old son. I'm pretty sure he busts his nuts all the time, and I don't even know about it, and he's not gonna tell me, right? So whatever, it is what it is. What it is. But that's just natural life. That's what it is when we're growing up in life. It's not like, oh, we grew up and we're like, oh, I'm not gonna bust a nut because God said that it's not okay. You know what I'm saying? It's not about that. It's about just going up and evolving to yourself and your body. It's just like a body movement.
So you're justifying sin.
But
hey, man, we all sin. We all sin.
But
it is what it is. We sin. We will sin. It is.
But
what
it's
it
still
is.
bad for
it's bad.
teenagers to.
But can we stop it? Is it gonna stop though?
Not.
Is it gonna stop? Will it stop?
No, I mean that's not what this podcast is about.
No,
we're not about to stop people from masturbating.
It's not to
but
stop
you
it
guys say
completely.
like if you're sinning, everybody's gonna sin, bro. Like
no, but look, this is how I see it though. There's a better argument for that.
We're sinning right now.
No, but there's a better argument for that then. Masturbating lowers your testosterone.
Yeah, it does.
It does.
Yes, it does.
So I'm pretty sure it picks it up.
No, it doesn't.
Sure,
what?
after I fucking literally bust a nut when I'm jerking off, I can go fuck a girl 10 times better.
And then you're tired. That's why you're tired.
That's not what that means.
That's a testosterone boost.
That's why you're tired the next day. That's why you're all tired the next day.
That's not what that means, bro.
If I'm literally like, if I jerk off one time, right, and get off, right, give me one time, and then when I go bang a bitch, I'm gonna be 10 times better than I would have been. Imagine if I didn't. I would have been like 2 minutes, 3 minutes tops. I would have sucked.
That still doesn't mean that your testosterone doesn't go lower.
Can I ask you?
Yeah, but if
can I tell you something? G?
If you have teenagers busting hella and they're because testosterone is what helps you grow as a as a boy. Testosterone is what helps you. Testosterone is what makes you grow facial hair.
Are we really talking about children and talking about testosterone?
It's because we're saying in general. You're saying
in general we can fuck and do whatever we want. It's just that's just our life. It doesn't matter if we're this or that age or this whatever. Teenagers can fucking do whatever they want, right? Because we've done it. We all did it, right? Everybody knows that when we were growing up, we just experienced that life. At one moment, we touched our dick and we literally jerked it, and the shit came out. Fuck out of here.
But can we realize it wasn't right?
You didn't have to do the motion.
I was smoking weed at 14. That doesn't mean, I smoked weed at 14, so that means you guys could do it too. Fuck it, we all did it. That makes no sense.
I told you are doing it.
Do you see how that doesn't make sense though?
No, I know that doesn't.
All right, enough of the busting nuts.
Right, yeah.
Like we're not getting to no conclusion here. You guys are never gonna see eye to eye in this life. That's all I know. Like I don't think there was a time.
I really don't understand.
Why don't you guys ever agree? Let me know.
No, what I'm trying to say is like I'm trying to say one thing, and he's trying to say like totally the opposite. He's literally trying to say a whole bunch of religious shit.
I didn't say what?
And I'm like,
I just
that's
said
not
it was
religious.
bad
That's
for
saying
testosterone.
It lowers your testosterone.
But you brought up the sin aspect.
yes, he did.
Yeah,
that's why I asked
but
the
just
question.
in general, like
He
so.
did.
So okay, all right. Ask him then.
You did not bring the sin. No, wait, hold on. You just weren't talking about just busting it up. You started bringing the sin.
That was once.
bringing a bunch
That
of
was
stuff.
only one thing. That was only one thing.
But why
it's
talk about those kind of things? Because that doesn't even have to be talked about.
No, wait.
For what?
It's because you
For
said.
what? We live in a world of sin.
It's because you said. It's because you said. It's because you said. This is what you said. You said. We all did it, so you can do it too. That's unhealthy as fuck.
Okay, I didn't say all that.
What?
What I'm saying is people go through it because we are human beings.
Yeah, but just because I
you don't understand that.
Just because I do something bad doesn't mean I'm gonna let the next generation.
I understand. You're trying to make a movement. You're trying to stop.
That's why I asked the question.
Okay.
Can we stop it? Is it gonna stop? No, it's not gonna stop. My brother jacks off. I promise you. Everybody knows. We all did at that age.
But that's yeah.
It's a natural thing.
But
it's not gonna stop, bro. And this it's not okay, but it's not gonna stop.
Yeah, the whole
until this earth
it's not
is
okay.
wiped.
Yeah, that's the thing. The whole thing was just what is your opinion? It's not okay. That's it.
Right. It's not okay to jack off.
Yeah.
Not as a it's
not
just bad for
not
you,
growing up as a teen.
It's
It's
not good.
gonna happen, obviously, but it's not okay.
Yeah, man.
No, what I'm saying is it's going to happen, but it's not okay.
Yeah, it's not. It's
gonna
not.
happen.
It's not good for you.
It's not
basically.
okay.
It's not good for
Yeah,
you.
It's not good for you, especially as a growing boy.
So what you're telling me? So what you're telling? Hold on.
Yeah.
What you're telling me is that since you were a teenager, you stopped jerking off.
Yeah, when I found out that it was bad for you.
What
Yeah.
age did you stop jerking off? Because I'm not to be gay or anything, but I want to know the
Probably
actual
like
truth.
17 or 18. When I realized like
18.
that shit is not good for you.
Like 35 years
medically,
old.
like
and I'm
medically.
pretty sure I still had to knock one out the park every single time.
That's good, but you keep bringing up your experience.
I'm saying it's not bad to do.
I think it's bad for you.
Don't make it seem like it's a bad thing to do because it's not that bad.
Hey, everything's bad for us.
Well, I mean, it's not as bad as like fucking doing coke and shit.
I think
Everything's bad.
Look, they're not. I don't think they're condemning you.
Godly.
I don't know if you think that's where you're like, if that's what you're thinking, but I don't think they're condemning you. I don't think they're saying you're a bad person because you do it. I just think they're saying that the act itself is bad. Like the action that's taking place is bad, but the individual is different from the action. You get me? It's not necessarily to say that because you took an action you're bad, but it's to say that the action was bad and the overall outcome of the action was bad. So that's not to say because you do that you're evil, but it's to say that the action itself was something that shouldn't be done. And this is like a religious
We're just
point
saying
of
it's
view,
unhealthy.
but the scientific point of view is
Like
because
as a teenage boy.
you lose testosterone. As you lose testosterone when
Like
you do that.
right now, you masturbating like perfectly fine.
Well, I've been masturbating since I was a teenage boy, and I'm pretty sure my testosterone is pretty fucking great. You know,
My baby's crying. Can you hold the mic?
I'm pretty sure that I can like actually from as a young age jerk off then, and I'm pretty good now. You know,
No, yeah, because
Not an
you're a
issue to
male.
me.
You know,
You know,
10 times
everybody
the
has their
amount
own
of
testosterone, right? So
Yeah.
I'm not saying that it's okay to do those kind of things. What I'm saying is that
Oh, then we agree. Then that's it.
okay, fine.
We agree.
If I have to agree with you, then fine.
Well, you said it's not okay, and I said it's not okay.
It's not okay.
So then we agree. That's
It's
it.
not okay to
We agree. That's it.
doing those kind of things because he said so.
Let me shift the topic though.
Yep.
So we just got Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I know you didn't get it, but you've been seeing our gameplay.
I've been seeing the gameplay.
What are you guys' thoughts? I played it once last night. I had some fun. It was actually a little scary that first couple goes because I didn't know what to expect. You're just in a fucking basement, stuck in the house trying to get out, and it's just a whole family trying to chase you, you know. And we all got it, and we've been playing it over the weekend. What do you think about the game?
The game's cool. I think they're gonna. It's like any game that first comes out, right? Like it has issues, and
Yeah,
I think they're gonna update it over time. But it is a good game. We played it for a minute.
you guys played it more than me. I played last night.
Yeah, no, it's a good game. Whether you're playing as the victim or you're playing as the killers, it's a good game. It's fun.
There's gonna be a good rollout of games this year. Madden just came out. 2K's coming out. I know the Texas Chainsaw came out. Hopefully Forest 2 comes out. That's a big rollout. I
just want to point out, like, we went from O'Malley to masturbating to Texas Chainsaw.
Yeah, man. There's no.
That's
like,
heat. That's heat as fuck.
And look, people see the title.
Fire, bro.
People see the title of this
That's-
podcast and they automatically assume religion because it says the rapture. I get it.
We're not
But it's-
one topic.
It's not a strictly
not one
Christian
topic.
podcast, bro. Like we're gonna talk about what we talk about off camera.
It's
just
not one topic.
What game is that?
Texas.
Texas
So they
Chainsaw
released a
Massacre.
Texas Chainsaw.
Chainsaw Massacre.
There's a game. Yeah.
You gotta escape them.
I haven't played a game.
I don't
in a
think
long
it's worth
time,
$40 if I'm being honest.
You don't think $40? That's
Well, I didn't pay for
Bro,
it, so
that's
I don't give a
literally-
fuck.
that's literally.
'Cause it's kind of just like
It costs $40.
It's
It
kinda
cost
just-
40, but we went half.
Most
so
games are
I don't
70
give a
though.
fuck.
You always go half.
What if it was 70?
With him, yeah.
I wouldn't pay for it if it was 70
Why don't you
either.
hook me up?
Not 40 either. 40
It's not
What?
40 either. Too moon. I think that's like a $20 to $30 game.
What does that
Because
mean?
it's literally just like it's kind of like Dead by Daylight to me.
Well,
Yeah, it is. It is.
And Dead by Daylight is free.
Is it?
Not it didn't used to be.
I paid that.
Yeah,
after $10.
After 10 fucking years, it got free.
It's a good game. It's
just
just
you run from a monster.
It's a good game. It's a good game. It's just people don't like to give new games a chance because right away they suck at it. But it's like you got to get better at the game.
Let me ask you guys a question. You guys all have PS5s? That's what.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Everybody in this room. I don't think the homie right here does, but do you play games?
Exactly. That's what we're in the same exact category because we don't play games like that. We're not in the game zone. I don't play games. I don't.
He plays games.
But what kind of? Will you play Atari?
Nah, bro. I just play like the mainstream like.
What do you
Call of
play?
Duty
What console?
shit.
What console?
Like
you got?
Xbox.
Xbox.
But like just like Warzone and like.
Oh, you play Warzone with him? Oh.
Yeah, just like normal. You know what I mean?
I like the old school games, but I can't wait till the new Modern Warfare comes out.
Modern Warfare 3.
That's gonna be crazy as fuck.
Are we getting Modern Warfare 3?
I'm about to sell my booty hole. To get a PS5 just to play the Modern Warfare 3. I'm on the game. I'm on that game. Hey, when I get on the game, just know I sold my booty.
You heard it here first.
Just to get that game.
Look, listen. The first episode it was like some real shit, like whatever. We're gonna have shit like this where it's comedy and like this is just beautiful content, right? So
it's not even about the content.
It's
This is real life. This is not content. This is real. This is real life.
The real life
this
is
is real life
transferring
shit.
to
Like,
content. That's
I'm
what I mean.
literally-
Like off cameras, this is it.
I literally came over, hang out, got my hair cut.
Yeah,
I'm not. He's supposed to be on a flight at
I'm
like
not saying
7
this is
a.m.
fabricated.
I gotta get on a flight tomorrow. I have to be on a flight tomorrow in the morning. I'm still out here drinking. This might be the mistake, but actually, to tell the truth, I think this is the best thing that ever happened. I'm on the podcast.
Yeah,
And we needed you. You're a goat. You're a character.
He's gonna make it on the plane. Don't worry, he'll make it.
Hey, Frontier
hopefully he
though,
gets
I'm
some
not gonna lie.
sleep.
Frontier fucking sucks.
The engine's gonna fall out. The engine's
Frontier.
gonna fall
No,
out.
I'm talking about the seats. Jack. Frontier fucking sucks ass, bro.
I haven't flew Frontier yet.
Frontier is
so
the worst
Those
one.
the
seats
last plane that this is my second plane ever. So this is my second time ever going on a plane. So the first time I was on United. So that was like touch
That is cool.
screens.
Yeah.
Touch screens and fucking they gave you headsets and free food and everything. I was like, hell yeah, I'm on. But it cost me like $400, right?
Yeah.
But this time around, I was like, $88. Shit, cash me in. So then I got there and I'm thinking like, dude, the engine's about to fall off. The engine's about to fall off this bitch. That's what I'm thinking.
No, it's just
And
the seats. You're like squished in and you're so close to people and it's. But it's only like 1 hour, no?
I like to squish people.
How long
in.
is the flight?
Huh?
How long is the flight?
2.5.
That's
2.5
nothing.
hours.
That's nothing. We fucking flew overnight in Frontier. That shit was ass.
I bet you Jack was bouncing on some nigga's dick. I already knew that.
What?
I already knew that. Nah, just play.
Why is he catching a straight? Why is he catching a fucking straight,
he deserves it. He deserves it.
Nah, I'm just joking. I'm joking, Jack. I love you, Jack.
Jack deserves it.
Jack, we're getting Jack on this shit, man. Jack, come here. Jack, come here.
Jack's my nigga. Well, see, the way I'm talking shit is because why? How many times have he given me so much shit? That fool always talk shit on me. Now it's my turn.
That's true.
On the motherfucking podcast. Let's go. Hey.
Jack, come on, come here. All right, bro. This is crazy, but yeah. So there's a lot of games coming out. You know, like I said, that Forest.
Well, look. Check this out. There's a lot of stuff coming out. What is coming out?
I was
Hold on. I thought I was doing that.
No, I'm gonna do it. I'm not.
I thought I was doing that.
Listen, there's a lot of games coming out. Like I said, the Forest 2 I'm excited about because there's 8 players I believe in. We played the Forest 1 and to be honest, it was quality wise, like graphics wise, it was shitty, but it was fun at the same time because it was different. You know,
And the time.
It just got burnt out. You know, we did everything possible. It was burnt out. So Forest 2, I actually got on my PC. Nobody else here has a PC. It's like a realistic Minecraft.
Oh shit, Minecraft. Oh.
It's like a realistic Minecraft.
I can't build anything. I can't build anything in real life. I can't build anything in the game. I can't build anything.
That's fine. That's fine.
It's just what it is. Like what is that?
What did you grow up
about though?
Survival.
I just told you survived. You literally
Survival. Bro, that's crazy to me.
you just spawned.
I seen that with my son. They play the
Rust.
That's
like Rust and the building and the stuff like that. I don't
Yeah.
understand it. I really don't, because you know why? Because back in the day it was just like Call of Duty, or not even just that. SOCOM, combined assault, or SOCOM, whatever. Just run around and fucking shoot each other.
So I remember you used to play SOCOM on the PS2 when online just started. It was crazy.
Back then, it wasn't.
SOCOM was garbage.
But that was all they had. There was no Call of Duty. Like,
I can't believe you
They
just
didn't have
said that. I can't believe you just said that. Hold on.
there was no Call of Duty.
Hold on. I can't believe it. Oh, I know, but I can't believe you just said that.
But yeah, we're excited for the games coming out. We're excited.
SOCOM was trash. Fuck that motherfucker.
What games are you guys looking forward to? Like, if you even care.
2K24 running point guard this year.
Oh hell no! Hey, delete that part.
Nah, I'm just kidding.
2K
though, yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do though. Other than that,
you can make a guard. You know what I mean? It don't matter.
Nah,
I just know like we need a balance of everybody.
You know what's weird? You make a guard. That. I literally just heard this word. You make your guard. Bro, we didn't make point guard. We just get the fucking team and just play against each other. What the fuck is that?
Well, so I'm sorry you're old.
5-on-5. Well, it doesn't matter.
Well, you came from an old time.
Well, that's why the old head. That was the video that we made last time. It was on purpose because we did that. Because I am
now. Every single one of us make our own player, and we all run with each other against another 5.
I know.
It's like us instead of playing in real life, we do it virtually.
Yeah,
but it's not realistic.
It is.
It is realistic.
No, because you just have a 99 person.
Hey, you know what's crazy?
99 person.
Hey,
you have a 99 person.
Hey,
I got a 99 person, but it's not real.
It's not realistic. You know what's not realistic?
99 person, not 99 people.
You know, you know what's not realistic? Tony,
listen to him.
You know what's not realistic? Masturbating, because it's not real sex.
Here we go.
It's not real sex.
We're on this shit.
I mean, that's
but 2K, it's fun. It's fun. Like you get to. It's like you're running on the court, but you don't have to sweat and shit.
You make the best player, and you just max it out, and then all of a sudden you're just
like Call of Duty. You were trying to prestige Call of Duty, right?
But you make the best player ever, right?
So then you're
and in Call of Duty, you get the best gun. You both get the best gun.
You make a 99 fucking person.
It's not that easy to make a 99.
It's not. You don't just hop on and make it. You gotta either pay $100 or work months for it.
And you gotta be good at the game.
Okay. That means that you're a fucking nerd and you fucking have your own entire time to play that, right? Cool. No. Whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm a 99 and I don't. Okay, fine. Whatever. You're not a nerd.
I'm a nerd.
You're not a nerd.
I'm a nerd.
What I'm trying to say is that is what happens in this game. You make a fucking player that's not realistic.
That's what games are.
I mean, if you actually hold on.
This man wants me to get in the game.
Time out. Hold on. Like I've seen Anthony's face on the actual NBA 2K. It looks exactly like him. Yeah, if you actually put him, he might be a 67.
That's why
he might be a 67 player in real life. He's
like 32.
He can shoot. He's a good shooter, but he might be a 60.
You're off your walker.
I'm not gonna be able to.
That's like me saying,
look at him. Come on now. He's the one that's talking.
Listen to what I gotta say. Listen to what I say. That's like me saying, you were good at Call of Duty, right? That's like me saying, yeah, but in real life, you're not gonna grab a gun and go to war, go to Iraq and kill people. That's like me saying that.
Of course not. That's why I have other people.
Okay, then
it's
what
a game.
the fuck are you talking about?
I can't play games?
You're right.
See?
You are correct.
What the fuck?
You are correct.
We just play games, that's it.
You are correct.
Yeah.
You are correct. You're right. But I refuse.
Yeah, you're wrong.
I refuse to play games anyways.
You don't think that's fun anymore? You can still.
I feel like
you were about to sell
your still play COD though.
You were about to sell your booty for a PS5.
Yeah.
I was going to. When I just finally realized that that's not the moment. That's not the move.
Bro, you can still play with teams online on 2K. You can still do that if you want. Quick play. You could.
No, see, the thing about that is, no, you're right. You guys make your own players, whatever. I just like to play what I like to do, playing video games.
Like pick and roll?
Just like regular teams playing against each other, 5-on-5. Right. Nobody.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, it's just like a regular.
We call that old head.
You can still do that, by the way.
I got 21,000 views because of that video.
2K? We're talking about 2K for 24.
Old head. Thing that you told.
If you embrace the old head, that's fine.
But that wasn't just because of you, though.
But see, the old head knows how to fucking actually be original and know how to talk and know how to play and know how to be, right? Everybody has their own thoughts. Like, come on. This fool, his favorite rapper is LUIZ. What the fuck?
Who?
One of these guys out here. I'm telling you right now.
Not one person
in here.
I'm pretty sure these motherfuckers out here.
All
right, let's
look at him. Let's sit like this. What is that? He did that? I never saw
it. I just want to rock.
Oh, okay.
But somebody did that.
They put that dance on Madden, huh?
Yeah, see? And I'm pretty sure that's his favorite fucking pick.
Is it?
He's like, I'm the guy. I'm the guy.
So what's crazy is that there's a lot of games. 2K24, I'm excited for that. Definitely, that's my main game. So every year, this is the thing with 2K is like people be complaining it's the same shit. Even with Madden, like, bro, what do y'all want? You want us to fucking fly to different states and get on the plane and talk to people? Like, it's a fucking sports game, bro. Like, I'm playing basketball, I'm playing football. Like, what do you want? People are complaining about this new 2K, like it's the same game or they're this and that. Like, bro, like you got to understand it's basketball. They're trying. They're a little lazy when it comes to some aspects. Like Madden, I feel like they should add classic NFL teams. Like that's a little feature that could be so fire. Like imagine using the fucking 2001 Ravens or the 2010 Cardinals with Fitzgerald. Like simple little things. That'll be fire.
Yeah, those Cardinals. They ain't never won a Super Bowl.
Shout out to the Cardinals.
I didn't say we did, but
what's your prediction on that?
Oh yeah, let's talk about that.
Let's talk about NFL.
Are you excited for the Cardinals this season?
Why am I in the interview? I don't understand. I thought we were all having a
podcast. No, we're going around. We'll talk about.
How are you thinking about this? I don't understand why you're doing that to me.
This nigga looks like Elvis. Like what's going on?
I am the Elvis.
Paul Heyman.
Hey, I died on the shitter. So much cocaine.
Hey, we said you look like Paul Heyman.
Well, they used to call me a Paul Heyman.
Yeah, you look like Paul Heyman, bro. No bad.
No, it's not the haircut. Why, bro? I cut his hair. What do y'all think? Turn this way. Look. He said a high taper. I did the enhancements. What y'all think?
Okay. What do you think about the Cardinals? What do you think about the Cardinals this year?
Yeah. What's your predictions?
Football starting. Oh shit.
One more Sunday, then it's football.
Yeah.
2 more Sundays.
I'm so excited. I really. You know what? I know my team's not that good, right?
Let them know how long you been a Cardinals fan, real quick. Let them know.
Fuck, I've been a Cardinals fan since I can't remember. Jake the Snake
Plumber. How old are you?
Man, I was probably like 8, 7, 6.
Now you're how old?
I'm 35.
So that's roughly like what?
A long time ago. Just let me. I just want to let everybody know. When I was growing up in Arizona, there was a lot of Cowboys fan and a lot of Raider fans all over the place, right? And fucking when the Cardinals started, it was just like a great thing, right? So we all started just fucking being a great fan. Those are the real people. Those are the people that really actually been real fans, right? Because there's a lot. There was not a team here. There was just Cowboys, and there was fucking Raiders,
Niners,
just all over the place. Niners, pussy ass, bitch ass, fuck them, fuck all of them.
Fuck the motherfucking 49ers, man. Fuck all of them, bro.
Fuck all of them. And the Cowboys, too. Fuck them.
Nah, see.
Yeah, I see. But anyways.
Hey, we're going to the game, by the way. Week 3 in Arizona.
The moral of the story was... Oh, yeah, we already went to that. The moral of the story was that there was no team here. So when I started being a fan, when I was growing up, it was all about the Cowboys.
Oh, you're wild.
The Cardinals. So that's what it was.
So what is your thoughts on the season going in? Like
prediction? What I want to know your prediction, your record prediction. Who do you think is gonna go off? What do you think is gonna happen?
Oh, whatever. Are we doing that?
Yeah. We're everybody's team.
Look, he's over there. Ask him.
He's not into sports. He said. No, I already asked him earlier.
He just jerks off.
No, you don't jerk.
Oh, you don't jerk off either.
Remember, he said he don't.
He's not a jerker. He's not a jerker.
Why masturbation always gets?
I'm really just fucking playing around. That's what guys do.
We're pissed. No,
guys play. Come on, guys. Everybody plays around. Everybody just jokes around. This is guys joking around. But anyways,
you should see the shit that I say about Quickly.
That's another thing.
God damn it.
Go ahead, though.
I swear, I'm not gonna talk about him. But no, if I have to say Cardinals, I'm gonna say about 9-7.
Damn, that's a bold one.
9-7.
I don't think 9-7.
9-7.
You don't get.
You know why though? You know why though? Because that's my team. Because I love that team, and I'm always gonna represent, right? Because you have to represent your team. I'm not gonna be like my team's gonna be this.
You don't want to be realistic. Like they don't have the roster to win now. They could though.
When is Kyler even expected to come back?
So it's a torn ACL. He's probably gonna miss like a couple of games. I don't know how much. I haven't been keeping up. But
Isaiah, do you know how much he'll miss?
I don't know. They're not really talking about it.
If you really think about it though, what person in the world is gonna say my team's gonna be this bad or
I know.
Never go into a new season.
Yeah, I do.
I hope you never.
I did when we had Andy Dalton. I did.
Everybody knows what their team is, but you're always gonna root for your team, right? So weekend. When it's your time to play and your team's on the fucking screen, you're going to be sitting there with your fucking jersey on. You're going to be fucking hot wings and your fucking pizza and your fucking beer, whatever it is. Right. We're all going to sit in front of the fucking TV watching that team that might suck dick. But that's fine. We're gonna fucking still sit there.
That 2020 season.
I'm being serious.
Cowboys 2020. You say that, but like going into the Cowboys 2020 season, I was like, this is about to be fucking shitty.
Anthony, we watched games plenty of times. Tell me how many times I sat there knowing my team sucks ass. And I still sat there every single fucking time and cooked up wings
every year
and fucking made whatever the fuck I was cooking steaks, make carne asada, fucking whatever. I was making it all. And we were still sitting here watching the fucking game. And you always had, that's as football fans, we're always gonna fucking be there no matter what you think or no matter what you know.
Wait, when was that? When was the last time the Cardinals went to?
There was not last year, but the year before.
Is that what you're talking about? You're talking about you made
against the Rams.
This fool's over here talking shit about the team that has never won a fucking
against the Rams.
I'm asking because you're saying.
I thought you were a Cowboys fan, bro. Don't talk about me.
No, I'm asking because you said every time we.
I'm pretty sure my team has been there before your team in the last recently.
Oh, actually, no.
That's not even.
Last year we were in it and you weren't. So we don't want to go there. We made the playoffs. Oh, no. You didn't talk about Super Bowl.
Okay, I'm talking about the Super Bowl. I'm talking about the Super Bowl.
Why does
last time you were, okay, we didn't win the Super Bowl.
You don't want to bring up Super Bowls. You don't
Why
want to
does
do
that matter?
Don't talk about the winning.
You don't want.
We're talking about who was in the last Super Bowls.
Okay, if you bring up the past, we could bring up the past.
But who won?
But
5?
Did you win?
What does it matter about 5?
You don't. Because you want to talk about Super Bowl. I didn't bring up Super Bowl.
You want to talk about Super Bowl
I'm just
appearances?
saying Super Bowl in general.
You want to talk about?
We're talking about who were people that were in there.
I thought you were talking about like primetime.
You haven't been in a Super Bowl in a long time. Not even just in there in a little bit. I know you won a lot of Super Bowls.
I wasn't even alive.
You haven't been. I'm saying that recently, between the Cowboys and the Cardinals, who was
recent to losing?
Okay, lose.
But they made
by the dumbest fucking catch in the world, and everybody knows it.
That was in.
That was the best catch. That was the best catch.
Why is the Super Bowl the standard?
That was not it. Look at him. He looks like a fucking retard. Fuck. Dang it. Yeah, he wasn't. That wasn't in.
Yo,
it has to be 2 feet in. It was not in.
Why is the Super Bowl the standard though?
I don't fucking know. We just talk. That's where everybody.
Okay,
what football? You talk about the Super Bowl, right? Everybody wants to go to the Super Bowl, right? Yeah, Super Bowl. Yeah, Super Bowl. That.
But how come you could be like, yeah, the Cardinals been to the Super Bowl before in the last years they've been to the Super Bowl last, and the Cowboys. But then when we say, oh, the Cowboys were literally in the playoffs last year, and the Cardinals haven't been to the playoffs in like 3 years, that's like invalid.
No, they were in the playoffs 2 years ago.
No, we were in the playoffs, but we just fucking fucking.
Yeah, we suck.
To be fair, that Rams team won the Super Bowl.
Our fucking team.
No, we got fucked up. We got fucked up. That's a like honest truth.
The Cowboys are fucking garbage
by the Rams, and it was horrible. But everybody loves their team, right? So we always gonna root. That's what football's about. That's what sports are about. We just keep going about what we love, right? Yeah. Whatever. That's.
What you got any like? Are you excited for the season? Like, I know you were a Packers fan, Aaron Rodgers.
What's going on with you?
Where are you standing with the teams right now?
I'm still a Packers fan, but I mean, I don't really.
You're not really invested like that. It's
I'm not really invested like that.
He was trolling, really.
Yeah.
He was just trolling us.
He's all flex.
Yo. No. I want to hear the story about this guy. He's a Packers fan.
Yeah, but we'll still do better than the Cardinals, though, for sure.
Jordan Love.
I might believe that. I'm like,
Jordan.
What'd you say, Squinny?
Guy that never talks. Fucking, he says we're gonna do better than the fucking. Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, Jordan Love's gonna have a good year, man.
Why are niggas on the couch cooking?
Jordan Love's
the quarterback of the Packers. He's gonna have a good year.
For Packers.
What? Who?
I'm joking around.
Oh.
He's joking. No, but I think Jordan Love's gonna have a good year, bro. He's looking solid, but you never know. Season starts, they could get hurt first play of the game. That's Trey Lance for you. Trey Lance is looking like shit, by the way.
I mean, he's the one that's the Packers fan. I mean,
how do you think the Cardinals are gonna do? Good?
No, don't ask me.
He already said 9.
Every season,
I want you to talk about your team. Tell me what's going on about your team. What do you feel about your team?
You said 9-8, Tony.
I talked about my team already.
9-8.
I said 8.
He talked about his team. He talked about it.
I said 9-7. 9-7.
No, isn't it? It's 9-8. Now it's 9-8.
Whatever the fuck it is, it's whatever. I'm gonna go 1 against the 1.
What?
1 over.
Is it gonna be 10-7 or 9-8?
I want to hear him. I want to hear what he has to say.
What do you got to say about your team?
Just give a record opinion.
So Packers, right? Packers.
What'd you say?
I didn't say shit. What the fuck? What I gotta
say? 9-8.
9-8.
trying to talk. I'm trying to talk about what you're talking about.
I think we'll do 10 and 7.
I want to know about your team.
10 and 7.
Hey, I'm not gonna lie. I really feel like the Saints are about to go off.
The Saints?
Yeah. And when I say go off, I don't mean fucking. I don't mean run the league, but I mean like at least fucking destroy that division.
You don't have a team?
Cardinals
all day.
Cardinals, you don't really care because
I think the Saints are gonna go off.
And he don't really care because they're garbage.
They should have a good year, but why do you think that though? Go ahead.
I just
watch
have
out
like
with the
this,
cameras.
I just have this
Say
intuition.
it though for the record.
I think Derek Carr was in a bad system in the Raiders, even though he had
Devontae. I grew up here, but they're garbage.
Even though he had Devontae Adams, I think he was in a bad system. I think with the Saints, he fits perfectly. I think if Michael Thomas could stay healthy and be what he used to be,
Slant man.
And yeah, I think the Saints could really do good. I don't think they're gonna win the Super Bowl, but I do think they win that division. And as you know, as a football fan, if you win the division, you're top 4. So I think they win that division, especially Carolina. I don't think Bryce Young can carry that team as far as this year. I don't think the Falcons are gonna do anything. And then
Buccaneers.
Buccaneers are they're
rebuilding right now.
So I think the Saints will. I think the Saints have a winning record this year. Over
They'll probably win the division. Probably
over 500.
I just don't see them going far because like their defense. I know they got Cameron Jordan, but like other than that, their secondary. I know they got Tyrann Mathieu, but like Tyrann Mathieu kind of.
Can you tell him something?
What do I tell them?
I thought. Yeah. What? I knew you were never gonna stop.
I got Twisted Peach.
Hey, be prepared to miss your flight.
I got Twisted Peach.
Be prepared to miss your flight.
Hold on, I'm about to do one of these. What are those called? The test on this. Twisted Peach. Anyways, these are hard cider Twisted Peach. Okay.
This is not a paid advertisement.
Okay, but it's not. But hey, pay me.
But pay us, Twisted Tea. Hit my line, Twisted Tea. Let's get it going.
Look, check this out.
Taste test.
Hold on, taste test. Hey. This is bomb.
What's it taste like? Peach.
This is bomb.
You're not.
What it taste like?
You're not making that flight, nigga.
No, literally.
You're not making that
I
flight.
literally said. I said thank you, Twisted Peach.
You're not making.
Why
that
can't
flight.
I make? What the fuck?
You're not making that flight.
Yeah, bro.
Thank
Hey.
you, Twisted Peach.
Think it could?
It was Twisted Peach.
Do you think it could? Twisted Peach.
I literally was on the camera just saying that.
You said Twisted Peach.
Hold on, man. Dude, I'm doing a whole entire like commercial right now. Hold on.
Yeah, that nigga's flight is in the air already.
Thank you, Twisted Tea Peach.
Hey, Twisted Tea.
Dude, I just did it right now.
Reach out to us, Twisted Tea. Let's get some working. But going back to the Saints, we were talking about the Saints. I just don't see the defense. I know they got Tyrann Mathieu. Lattimore is fucking garbage to me. I mean, Lattimore gets cooked every year now. I don't know.
I'm just saying they win the division.
Yeah. I'm just saying they're not going far.
And winning the division means making the playoffs. So I think
wild card, some shit.
Let's not talk about other teams. Let's talk about
We're talking about
we
NFL.
already did.
Though. Let's talk about the Cowboys. We didn't talk about the Cowboys.
We're all this and we're all that, and your team is that.
You know what I feel about my team, right?
I know. You're a little crybaby. You crybaby everything that you do. Every time I watch a game with you and you're crying and you're mad and you throwing.
I haven't done that in a years.
You've been doing that around.
I literally watched. What did I do when I watched the Cowboys playoff game?
You chill.
So what are you saying?
You chill. I like to.
You're talking about when I was 16 years old.
I'm not gonna.
But I'm not gonna lie. The Jaguars game last year, I did that though.
You get mad.
I get mad, but I'm not in public settings.
You remind me of your dad.
Shout out to my dad.
Shout out to Ray. Hey,
That's
what is government?
Big Ray gets some play.
Ray.
Big Ray got play.
Hey, WWF, what's up?
These dudes sat and talked about wrestling for hours.
That's my brother right there from back in the day. That's my brother from back in the day. Me and Ray, we used to sit down and watch WWF. He taught me everything that has to do about WWF. But that's not WWE. Remember that shit. It's WWF.
World Wrestling Federation.
Right. Yeah. Nation of Domination. We are the nation of Domination. Anyways, that's how I used to go back in the day.
That was the
He
Rock.
has to be on a flight in the morning.
What time? What time you got to be on the flight?
Bro, what time is it? My dad's been.
Jack.
My dad's been.
What time, bro?
I got a job for you, my boy.
2 a.m.
1:55.
Jack, let me know.
Airport at about what?
What's the job? Double cup.
Yep.
Quickie, you're hired. Quickie's hired. Quickie is hired because he's the one that's gonna make sure that I get to the airport.
How the fuck is he supposed to do that?
He's supposed to be sleeping in his bed.
He seems kind of lazy.
What the fuck? What does that mean?
Nah, I work with him, bro. He's a hard worker.
He's a good worker. He's a good worker.
He is a hard worker. This is shit. Look at him. Look at him.
Twisted Tea Peach. Twisted. What is it called? Twisted. What?
That's a twisted teepee. And
that was a nasty pour. That's
actually that was the Twisted Tea Peach.
The camera's. Oh yeah, there is a camera. I forgot.
I did at the camera.
There's one
and
right
that
there,
one too. Hit that one too. Hit that one more time.
Hold on. Twisted Tea Peach.
That's when you add the sparkle on his teeth. Ding. Bing. Yeah, there you go. Right.
You can obviously look.
Hey,
right
so
here,
look.
so
let me
look, bro.
Let me give you some advice real quick. Right. We missed Jack, and Luis. We missed a flight before. So just to let you know, when you miss your flight with Frontier, you can rebook, but it'll be $99.
You know what's funny though? That I'm not gonna miss my flight because I'm not a bitch.
Well, hey, I mean,
I'm gonna get on the flight and I'm gonna be there and I'm gonna hit you up and be like, "Hey, nigga."
I hope. I'm not hoping you don't make your flight.
Hey, nigga. I'm not in Houston, no. I'm gonna hit you like that.
What are you gonna be bumping? What are you gonna be bumping? I'll hit you with those. What are you gonna be bumping?
Hey.
Hey, look
still
up
tipping on fofos.
Okay. Yeah. Hey, look.
I swear to God, I told my girlfriend that I was hanging out with my girlfriend. I swear to God. I was hanging out with my girlfriend.
She's from Houston.
She's from Houston, by the way. I was hanging out with my girlfriend. Right. I swear, I was hanging out with her. It was my first time in Houston. I started playing Mike Jones and
Paul
Wall.
Still tipping,
right? So we were going off, right? So I was going off, and I was like, still tipping on fofos, right? And then I was like, hey, and they're like, the people from Houston were like, what is this? I'm like, what the fuck?
Crazy.
I was like, what do you mean?
Houston, do better.
Disgrace.
This comes from this place, right?
Yeah, like
that's why I played it though, because I thought I was.
Because you're like, I fit in.
Yeah, I was in Houston. I was happy. I was like, this is
they
Houston.
Didn't know what the fuck was going on.
And I literally was like, even when I'm high, like I was going off on Houston music, right? And they're like, what is that? What is that? I was like, what the fuck is wrong with these people?
Right.
Houston, do better, bro.
Like, come on now, Houston. Like, I'm over there showing
uncultured Houston people.
I'm showing the love to your people and the music, and you're literally not like understanding me. Like, come on, let's get better at this shit.
I would have felt the same way. Yeah. If I'm in Houston and I'm playing some Houston music to some folks, and they don't know what the fuck's going on, I'm probably getting on a flight.
That was for that shit, bro.
Right.
So let's take a pivot and let's talk. You had some notes, bro. I don't know if you wanted to like bring whatever you had there into the conversations right now. I'm curious to see honestly what you got in there. Really, pass on the mic real quick. Let's see what he got. I just want to see what's going on because he prepped for this shit. Like he was ready, and I want to hear it. We could talk about it. You ready, Tony? Nazario,
¿dónde?
Shit, we about to go deep, bro. We about to go deep.
Hold on. I want to get prepared for this. Please.
Oh my God.
Prepare me.
What the fuck?
Gotcha.
What are we getting into though? What kind of like you have a note?
He's gonna tell us.
But I'm scared. I'm scared. I don't want to cry tonight. I want to feel happy. I'm looking at your notebook and it kind of scares me.
I'll just be honest with you, bro. Look,
what kind of
can he speak?
Oh yes, I know.
Go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Okay. So really, what I wanted to talk about is like as far as the Bible goes, there's the last book, right, of the Bible, which is called Revelations, and the reason why it's called Revelations is because it's revealing the last days of human history, right? So right now we're in the part where there's something that's going to be that's going to take place that's going to be called the rapture, right? But I don't think the Bible actually has the word like rapture. What like modern Christians we say rapture just because it's like a calling away, like it's like a separation between the believers and the non-believers. And it's not to say the good people and the bad people. I don't want people to like interpret my words as that. It's rather just the people who believed and the people who didn't want to believe. You know what I mean? So the reason why I say is because the Bible God tells us that in the last days there's going to be signs, right? And so we're seeing a lot of the signs. I'm not saying
what are some of the signs? I'm just curious.
Well, it's gonna
happening.
The world is gonna. The Bible says the world is gonna be like the days of Noah. So if anybody knows the story of Noah, it's the story of the flood. You know, big water, like it keeps raining for a long time, and the whole world gets flooded.
But explain why. Why I know obviously, but explain why. The Noah days were the last days. Like what was going on in society? How degenerate was everything?
Gotcha. The days of Noah were okay. And the time before the great flood happened, the reason why God sent the great flood is because people were pissing God off very, very much. And the reason why is because
kind of like now, right?
Exactly like the days of Noah.
Not more on water, but more like on fire, because there's a lot of going on.
There's a hurricane and a fire going on right now.
Well, there's not going to be a flood because God said He would never flood the world again.
There's not going to be a flood.
All right, look. So in the last days, there's going to be some of the major signs that everybody will be able to see and not deny is going to be, the first is going to be the technological advancement, right? Because as you know, like, and everybody knows about the pyramids, everybody knows about these like great structures and modern technologies that we have, right? And we can't even replicate like things in the pyramid and all that, right? And you know, people say, well, how can we have that? You know, well, because before Noah's flood happened, right? When the angels got kicked out of heaven, right, for disobeying God because iniquity was found in them, or iniquity was found in Satan, right? Because he wanted to be like God, so making the first sin, right? So when he fell from grace and he fell to earth, he tainted humanity. And through the generations after Adam and Eve, sin was broadened, right? Every sin you can imagine was there. The only difference is that since humanity wasn't where we are now as far as like consciousness and having empathy and sympathy towards your fellow human being, right? Every life wasn't valued the same. There was kings and there was regular people. There was serfs and there was servants, right? So in the days of Noah, males were turning into females, females were turning into males, grown men were sleeping with their own sex, and vice versa with women. Before the flood happened, right? And
so that was already happening
back
beforehand,
then,
right?
Before
the actual flood started happening.
Yes.
There was men sleeping with men.
Yes.
And women sleeping with women. Is that what you're saying right now? Okay.
Yeah.
I got
yes. Okay. So there was also it's the sins of the Canaanites, right? It's people doing child sacrifice. So, and I don't mean like in a crazy way. No, it kind of is crazy, but
Canaan is like back then Israel.
Cain and Abel.
Right.
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
you're talking about, okay.
Well,
Israel used to be Canaan, right?
I don't know about that, but it's the same bloodline, yes, because it's Adam and Eve, and then through them you get the Jews, and then you get the bloodline of all the Jews like going down, and then in that bloodline comes Jesus Christ, and then there's eventually after the humans keep like repopulating the bloodline,
but
get tainted.
aren't we all at the same thing?
No, but I'm saying Israel
we are all
right
human
now,
beings. Yes,
he's bringing it up. That's why he's bringing it up.
Israel used to be called Canaan, right?
What's going on
Israel?
right now?
What?
Israel used to be called Canaan. In the ancient days, it used to be called Canaan.
I think so. I'm not 100% sure.
I've never heard that.
But all I do know is that the Canaanites, the reason why God was so mad at them is because Canaanites were participating in Baal worship and child sacrifice.
Mm-hmm.
So Baal is the god that other rappers sell their souls to. It's the Baphomet. It's the one where you see the hand symbol like this, and they have the hand symbol like this. They have the goat, the pentagram.
That's not the devil?
That's the no, that's not the devil, but it's a fallen angel. It's a prince.
Yeah, go ahead.
So you're talking about child sacrifice was already been from back in the day,
It's the same people.
and all that all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Even Aztecs were.
Yes, because they worship the same gods. They worship the sun god, which is Ra, which is Lucifer.
I'm asking him.
The guy that
has
mad?
No.
is the guy that I'm listening to because he's prepared. I'm just playing. Okay.
You're pissing him off.
I'm just saying.
Okay, so what the Canaanites were doing is that they would have orgies and obviously the woman gets pregnant. And when the woman gets pregnant, right? What they would do is that they would wait for sometimes they would wait for the child, and sometimes they wouldn't. But they would wait. The child would be born, and they would sacrifice the child. So sometimes they would do very bad things to the child, torture it completely.
We already know.
And then no, but here's the reason why I bring it up, because just like I'm bringing up these old things, right? And the reason why God flooded the world is because God saw that, and he kept sending prophets and Jews to go tell them, hey, you guys need to stop this. You guys need to stop this. Remember who your creator is. Remember what he's like. He punishes all sin, whether he wants to or not. He may love you guys, but just because he loves you doesn't mean that he's not going to hold you accountable for your actions, you know? Just like a loving parent would hold you accountable when you're misbehaving, you know? You can have a child and, you know, you can love them, but there's a famous saying that everybody knows very well, which is, you know, when they smack you or they spank you and everything, and they say, oh, this is going to hurt you more than it hurts me. Well, the God's the same. This is the reason why he's called the Father. Because when you sin, right? And just like the Canaan, all the people who died in the flood, right? They were sinning. And so God may have loved them still, and God may have wanted them to stop their sin, but they didn't, right? And so because of that, because God can't just keep ignoring the pain, the wailing of the babies, right? He can't just ignore that. And so he said, fine, what I'm going to do is I'm going to destroy the whole world, because I'm pissed off. None of you guys want to listen. I give you guys free will, and you guys stepped on that gift I gave you. And so because of that, he said, Noah, originally God was going to kill everybody. I'm talking about every single flesh, everything, every bird, everything. But he gave Noah mercy, because Noah was a good servant. So as he told him, go build the ark, you know? Everybody laughed at him. They said, oh, look at Noah, you're crazy. They might have thrown parties. They might have taken a dump in his ark. They might have pissed on it, say, you're crazy. Because the same way that human beings called Noah crazy, they're going to call Christians crazy when we say the rapture's coming, right? Because the same way God gave mercy to his servant, right? That's the same way he's going to give mercy and remove us from tribulation. So the reason why I say this is because it's to tell you, look at the world, look at how the world is now. Everything that I said, you can see now. As far as regards to the child sacrifice stuff and all that, you see that in Planned Parenthood. I won't get into that too much, but know that the original founders of Planned Parenthood and everything, the lady is I want to say the word is eugenics, which means she believes in population control, specifically for the African American community. They were racist, that family. They wanted to cut down the African American numbers. So what they did is they started pumping out like a what's the word? Like a birth control, right? But
Plan B.
think about it. Yeah, exactly. All that Plan B wasn't invented, I want to say, until 1960s, right?
It's the same exact thing,
exactly.
Right? Because it really was that same exact thing.
Exactly.
It was
the same
exact
thing.
to
Exactly.
just not be able to have kids.
So basically, they knew that the most poorest communities were the ghettos, and who were in the ghettos
it's the
overpopulated
Latinos,
by African Americans, right?
Yep.
And those are going to be the most that are going to have abortion, right? So they created Planned Parenthoods in the ghettos on purpose.
Yeah, and then now you just tell them about when now California, the governor of California is trying to push where the baby can be born and you can still have the choice if you want it to be aborted or not after it's born.
After it comes out.
After it comes out.
So just murder a baby.
So basically just murder a baby after, yeah. Well, murder
it's murder either way.
Yeah,
That's
it's murder
crazy.
either
I mean,
way,
overall, we've been struggling for this for not just now. We've been struggling for a long time. This is not brand new. This is happening for generations and generations. This is more and more in the light, right?
Yeah.
So now we are more open to us as young. Well, I'm 35 years old, but as young adults, we can obviously see it now. Before it was more hidden, right?
Yeah.
It was more hidden back in the day, so we did not get to see it.
Yeah.
So now it's more in the open. People could see, and everybody's fighting about it. But at the same time, no matter how much you fight, think about it. No matter how much you fight about your rights or about how you feel, we live in a country that's not gonna give a fuck about what you say.
Oh no, I know that.
Everybody has to fight. You're gonna fight.
No, I'm not.
You're gonna preach. You're gonna tell. Oh, I'm just saying. I'm just telling what I think. Everybody has their own thought, right? So everybody's gonna keep fighting. I fight for it too as well. I believe in exactly what you're talking about. But I feel like us as people, we can keep fighting. Is for generations.
Yeah, we would never win that war.
We're still gonna be right there.
We know the inevitable.
We're still gonna be right there.
Yeah, facts.
We're all fighting for that shit.
We know the inevitable, and we're not ever gonna. We realize that we're never ever gonna be able to evangelize the whole world. That's because the world is already corrupted with sin, and Satan is the god of this world. So evangelization for this earth is not it's not a choice. It's not an option. You know what I'm saying? So it's not even like, let's try to save this world, whatever. Like the inevitable is coming, and like he said, it's in the last book. So Revelation.
I think that what we're trying to do today is just trying to tell people of what's going on, right?
I wanted to see what's in his notes.
My main goal is to notify people of what's going to happen.
Warn people.
So that if the rapture happens, it's more than likely.
But haven't we been trying to notify people for so long? I've been notifying people since I was a youngster, since I was a little kid.
Yeah.
Look at me.
How so?
I like to drink. What do you mean, how so?
I'm asking. I'm just asking.
I'm saying, how so?
I'm asking.
Since I was a youngster, I've been the same exact thing that you're talking about. When I grew up as a child,
you're a prodigal child.
I was supposed to. I was doing it. I'm still doing it now. But I like whatever it is.
I know.
I'm still that person.
I know
what I'm saying. So you still want to spread the word, tell everybody what's going on. It's gonna be there. It's always gonna be there. But people are always gonna just keep living their life, right? Because it's life. It's life.
But,
everybody always would just be on this moment.
But look, that's true. But there's, as long as this word could spark something, we could reach somebody. Because at one point these dudes didn't give a shit about it. Yeah, now they're they're on their journey, on their way. So it spark whatever spark.
That's true. Can I say something real quick? Because I really want to say something. I've really came across something that changed me. I said, I've never seen my friend CP be this way. I've never seen my friend be this way ever. I just pointed at him.
Right. You can see it. Yeah, you can see. No, you pointed at him. We can see.
Okay, but hey, where's the cameraman? Anyways, whatever it is, what I said is something different. If God can really open up my friend's heart, that means something really big to me, because, and I'm over here waving my beer around, but I didn't think that wouldn't happen. I really didn't think that. I asked Anthony the other day, hey, what's up with the CP talking about God and talking about this and talking about that, right? I thought that was different to me, right? I was like, that's out of the ordinary, out of the ordinary, right? I never seen him like that,
right?
I love that, right? Because he's showing me a side that there is people that can still have faith, right? There's still faith there. There's belief in there. There's people that still can love God after we drink and whatever happened in the past, right? God is real, right? So I'm showing it by the way that I asked him that I see my friend. I didn't think that he would ever feel that way. I didn't ever think that he would talk this way. And I'm literally on the other side. I'm like, I'm the opposite. I'm the enemy. I'm like, why is this guy? No, I'm not the enemy. I'm just saying, this is what I'm thinking in my mind. Because when that, you know what I'm saying? When you think about a person, like, oh, this is a person that used to dream with me, used to be like that, and now all of a sudden he's talking about God. Like, you think about that, and you know what I'm talking about? It's just like, it's like an opposite. So, and then I'm happy about it, right? Because now you have a person that believes in God. You have a person that I've never seen him talk about God. I'm pretty sure that he said that he didn't believe in God a long time ago, and now he does believe in God.
Literally.
He told me a long time ago when I said I like to get, like, when I usually drink a lot of alcohol and stuff like that, I tell him about a lot of stuff about God and stuff. He was like, nah, I don't believe in God, blah, blah, blah. Now he's the person that's telling me that he believes in God. Yeah, so that's crazy. Literally, you know what I'm saying? That's literally why I think it's like actually.
Yeah. And on that note, I mean, shit, it's crazy because of literally, as you're saying that about the flood and all that, there's literally a hurricane here on the way.
Yep.
Fucking fires in Canada, fires everywhere, like all types of shit's going on. I'm just, hoping it's just, just one of those things going on, but it's looking kind of crazy out here, man. It looks like they're fucking killing people on purpose. So it's a lot of crazy shit, and all you could do is, stay ready, stay in the Word of God, and just it's hard not to worry because we don't want to leave this physical place, but
Yeah, we have loved ones.
It's really more than that, you know. It's just,
the only thing we could do is try to spread the truth as much as we can.
Yeah.
but it's hard because we don't know it's the truth. We just believe it's the truth.
No,
so
that's the truth. No, that's the truth.
We know, but somebody could be like, it's not. And
but then we could spark whoever. We could, yeah.
Well, it's not our truth. It's the truth.
Anybody could get sparked.
That is true.
We do know that.
That is true.
Yeah, we do know. Somebody died and came back to life and told about it.
Okay. But let's talk about this.
There's witnesses.
Let's talk about this.
Oh, like when they be like,
just because let's say you don't want to necessarily believe it doesn't make it not true, right? You say this because you probably don't want to be within the confines of the religion, right? You don't want to have to live as Jesus said, right? So instead of doing the research, the individual is going to say, well, how do we know because it was written by man? Or how do we know because there's a translation? Or how do we know because it was written so long ago? Or how do we know because what if somebody in the past 500 years ago altered the scripture so that now in the future we're easily controlled for paying taxes or for working or whatever? Insert your reason here, right? But if you begin to if you open up your heart to the possibility of God being real, right? You're going to do your research and find that Jesus was actually real. He was a real human being.
I really believe it's all on faith.
It is. It's
really
a faith.
That's the point. The whole point is faith.
Because you're talking about this, right? We're talking about that, right? We're talking about everything, right? Whatever can be, whatever what is in the world that's bad and everything, right? But it's all about faith. Right?
It is about faith.
You have to have a relationship with God.
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
To be able to believe in God.
Yes, sir.
Because I said it's our truth, but to them, other people, it's not.
Yeah, but if you don't believe in God, then you don't have a relationship with God. But the main thing is to have a relationship with God. Yes, it don't matter if it's in the church, and it doesn't matter if it's all over the place. It doesn't matter. Your job is to have your job is to have a relationship with God. Really, that's what it is. It really is that. Because that's what it is. That's really what it is.
And then
everybody can tell you everything. Hold on, Edwin. Please, let me just cut you off real quick. I'm sorry to cut you off. But what my job is today to tell you guys is that everything that's happening today is, or whatever you're saying is, to say that it's relationship with God. If we go to church, we go to church, right? We go to church, right? But does that matter anything if you don't have a relationship with God? You have to have a relationship with God.
Yeah.
You have to have a communication with God to be able to understand God. You have to have a communication with God and have an understanding with God if that is what it's supposed to be, right? We go to church for what? Oh, Jesus, God. God is Jesus, right?
Yeah.
We are the same. It's the same thing. Well, Jesus is God, right? Jesus is Christ. Jesus is Christ. Is the Holy Savior. Is the Spirit of God. It's everything. It's all together, right? It's one thing, right? We do that together, right? So if we go to church and you don't have a relationship with God, then if you don't, then why are you going to church, right? But you have to have a relationship with God because it starts there, right? Talking to God, one-on-one, respecting God and respecting each other and always just being that one-on-one conversation. Because if not, everybody can say everything in the church. You have to do this, you have to do that, right? You can be this and you can be that. But what is it if you don't have a relationship with God? It has to be God first and God first only.
Church isn't salvation.
What do you got to say, Edwin? Edwin was trying to speak for like 5 minutes.
Hold up. Look, that's the difference between what the Bible actually says and what people tell you, right? Yeah. What the Bible actually says is only through faith shall you enter the kingdom of heaven, right? So people say, oh, because I go to church, because I got baptized, because I speak in tongues, because I can heal people, because I can prophesy, because I casted out a demon, because I did my fast, because I did the what's that thing where like they do the Catholics do this thing where they do like the freaky ass cross on their forehead, because they do Ash Wednesday, because they
do Lent,
because they pray with their beads, because they go to church every Sunday, because they pray before they go to sleep, because they repeat the same words every night. That doesn't mean you're safe. That doesn't mean you're safe from hell. That doesn't mean you're safe from God's wrath. Because what you have done is you have placed your faith, you have placed your salvation upon your own works rather than the work of Jesus. And if we judge,
a man-made idol.
Exactly. If we judge based off of your actions, right? My actions. If we judge based off of what I've done in my life, I'm going to hell. If we base what whoever in the world, right? If you base their actions, then you say, let's say a person. I'm gonna give you a perfect example, right? Let's say a person donates to charity, right? In their teenage years, they were partying, going crazy, right?
Yeah.
Average. And in their 30s, 40s, 50s, they they surrender to God and everything, and they go to church and they believe in salvation through faith alone, right? But what about the sins this person committed in their youth? Does that mean that they deserve hell? If I'm being honest, and like biblically accurate, yes. A person who commits one sin as small as stealing a penny is worthy of hell, right? I'm not saying, oh, I haven't stolen a penny. No, I'm saying I would be damned too. But because God knew that, he said, you know what? I'm going to have to get them a jail out of free card, because these creatures that I created with their own independent operating system, right? Free will, are destined to be imperfect, are destined to fail. And if failing equals imperfection equals you cannot enter heaven. So as soon as you do a small sin, right? A small sin, you can't get into heaven. So God knew that. So he had to say, either get out of jail free card. The get out of jail free card is Jesus. Why Jesus? Because if sin was introduced to the world, right, by one man, which is who? Adam. Why? Because he bit of the fruit of knowledge of good and evil, right? So if by one man,
They both did, no?
No. They both look.
Yeah, they both did.
No. Well, yes, but look, the problem was this: Adam blamed his sin on Eve, and Eve blamed her sin on the serpent, Satan, right? Rather than telling God, yes, we sinned, we went against your word, right? Because what ended up happening, when God asked Adam, he saw him and he said, Adam, what are you doing? Like, why are you hiding? Why are you covering yourself? And Adam responds, and Adam tells him, like, oh, oh, it's because I'm naked. And God tells him, like, well, who told you you were naked? That's a perfect question. What does that mean? God didn't know? No, that means God's questioning him like a police officer would. Like a trick question. Like, I know you're gonna lie to me.
But are you gonna?
I have the evidence. Exactly. I know you're gonna. I know the truth. Will you lie to me, or will you honor me as your God?
Yeah,
and tell me the truth.
Like, he called Adam first, and he found him. He's like, "Yo, why are you hiding from me?"
Mm-hmm.
And at the time, they were just roaming around naked.
Mm-hmm.
But now he knows he's naked, so he's like, "Why are you covering yourself?"
The sin was found within him,
and that's why he knew. He's like, "Oh, this okay."
Uh-huh.
Can I say something?
Go for it.
I feel like this is like. I feel like this is the beginning of stages of life, right? But we're way beyond that. We should already know that, right? We are people that have been living in this whole entire world for that long. Yeah, I understand I am Genesis, right? Mm-hmm. So I do believe in everything that we're talking about, mm-hmm. right? But why do we have to keep talking about the beginning? We should already know.
You have to learn about the beginning to understand the future. Yes, those who do not review the past are destined to repeat the same mistakes.
Okay, you're right. You're right.
These people, right? Like, the reason why we repeat it, right? And it's so repetitive, and you're like, this is a waste of energy. Yeah. Why do we not move forward?
Definitely
like,
not.
Why don't we move forward? Why don't we just do what we know we have to do, right?
Well,
the problem is free will.
Yes.
Because every individual can choose to say no to God or choose to say yes to God. But that's the problem.
You're right.
But it's what makes us human.
You're right. You are right. You are correct. What I'm thinking about is, we can always live on that first entire chapter the whole entire time, right? We can always live on that.
It talks about Jesus in the first sentence of the Bible, right? You know that?
No, that's John.
So what I'm saying is, though, we can talk about Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Deuteronomy, Judges, Joshua, Ruth, right? We can talk about that, but what I'm saying is, like, we can always say that.
As in the beginning was the word, and the word
That's
was
Genesis?
That's Genesis, no?
Yeah, that's Genesis, yeah.
Oh,
that's Genesis.
One. Okay, different one.
Well, I just have one small little thing to say. It's like the small little thing that I have to say is, like, yes, we will hear that, right? We will hear that. It's great for people to hear that. We have to be more advanced. I feel like into these days, that is the beginning, right? that is very important. We all should be very knowledgeable about that moment, right? But at the same time, we're living in a different era where we have to be more advanced of just talking about that, because you speak that moment to the children of these days, they're gonna sit down and they're really gonna go to sleep. They're really not gonna pay attention because they're not paying attention to these kind of things, right? So what I'm saying is, yeah, that is very important. That is great. That is, I love it. That's my.
What are you trying to say?
If I could just,
you just keep saying the same thing.
If I could just interject
why
real
do we
quick,
keep doing that? I'm saying, like,
Tony,
if
I could just interject real quick,
grow from that,
real quick before we wrap it up.
Let's make it.
I get what you're asking too. I get what you're asking.
Right?
I get what you're asking. So this is one of the reasons why I wanted to do this podcast, which obviously we talk about everything, but most of all we want to spread the truth. I feel like unfortunately people are just not going to church no more, and the sad reality is that even Christian churches are becoming progressive. They're becoming more, opening to LGBT community, whatever, right? So I feel like the best way to, like you said, how are we going to gravitate the youth? That's what your question is, right? The best way we could gravitate the youth is content and at least some type of comedic value, like we talk about stuff that's funny and whatever. And so I'm talking. So both of you shut up. So
no, I'm just saying.
So people don't, the sad reality is people don't go to church no more. That's, you know what I'm saying? And if they do go to church, you'd never know what kind of church you're going to get, because Christians are becoming more progressive and LGBT and liberal, and you don't know. So if we could create content with satire, meaning comedy and troll, whatever, but also that's how you bring people in, is comedy and, saying stupid stuff and whatever. You bring them in and then you spread the truth. That's how people, and this is the new way of reaching people. So that's one of the reasons we made this podcast. Mm-hmm. And yeah, so that's to answer your question. So
hold on,
we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up.
Let him. I'm not done, because
we're not done.
You keep talking about church.
Did you hear what I said about church? You act
like you're saying we have to go to church.
Did you hear what I said about church? People don't go to church no more.
That's
so
what
are we doing here? That's what I said. You didn't hear what I said.
He's trying to warn people about the churches nowadays, and you're over here saying like we have to go to church.
I'm saying church is a good thing.
All right,
because church. Well, I'm saying church is a good thing too as well.
But even if you don't go, not always, because now churches.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. Church is good too as well.
But now churches are becoming. Oh yeah, we accept.
But
gays.
That's why I'm jumping.
Not all of them.
That's why I'm telling you, church.
Not all of them.
That bad. Church is great.
You're saying every church is doing that?
No,
church.
Not at all.
I just said right,
and it's good.
You learn.
There's a balance where everything is.
Well, I'm just saying, like churches, when you learn.
Church is good depending on the gospel or the doctrine.
Let me ask you this: since you guys been getting into faith and you're on your journey,
you go to a Catholic church.
Do you go to church? Do you guys go to church? I'm not gonna go around and ask everybody, but do you go to church?
Nah, I just watch. There's a YouTube channel with a pastor that.
What's the pastor's name?
Gene Kim.
Okay.
Fresh.
So real my question is like everybody is like, do we have to go to church then?
No. What I'm saying
because
is,
in the Bible it says that, right?
If we're
living by the Bible, that's what it says. No, it don't say that.
No, it doesn't.
They don't say to serve the Lord on Sundays.
That's the Sabbath, but that's Saturday. That's for Jews. That's not for us Gentiles.
That's Old Testament.
You are a Gentile.
So you guys are reading the New Testament. That's why it's important.
No,
you're telling me in the Bible it doesn't say.
It
says don't go to church.
I'm saying no.
What does it say?
No, don't.
Okay, let me hear you. My bad.
What I said was, the Bible does not say.
I didn't put words in your mouth.
That you have to go on a Saturday, which really should be the Sabbath, right? But salvation does not come from going to church. Salvation does not come from getting baptized. Salvation does not come from speaking in tongues. Salvation does not come from giving money to charity. Salvation does not come from helping the homeless. Salvation does not come from
good deeds.
From giving tithes. Salvation does not come from fasting. Salvation does not come from going to church and doing Bible study. Salvation comes from you depending on what Jesus Christ did in his lifetime. All his works, which were perfect, right? You're depending on what he did and whether he was perfect or not, so that when he died and he paid your price, right? Which is it's the price that you have to pay, which is death, which is the wages of sin is death. death, when God says death is absolute. So when you die, you have to go to somewhere where it's not heaven, right? So if you have to go somewhere where it's not heaven, because the wages of sin is death, because if you're in heaven, you're alive, you got to go where? You got to go to hell. So when I say this, don't think like, I don't want nobody to think hell is just, oh, it's your own personal hell. You relive your worst memory. Oh, you get tortured. Yeah, you do get tortured, but it's real bad. Like, I don't think people understand what hell is. I think people think that hell is just this place where it's like, oh, fire. And no, hell is a place where it's completely horrible. Why is it horrible? Because it's a place where God's presence has been completely removed. There's no memories in hell. You can't breathe in hell. You can't drink anything in hell. You don't even have blood because blood comes from God. Let's go for it.
Relationship with God is what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
Because you literally just explained that whole entire thing. You said the whole entire thing was what you said was your relationship with God.
It's not a religion. It is a relationship.
It's not a religion, but it's just a relationship with God, right?
Yeah, he agrees. He agrees.
Loving God and having faith in Him and just being on your own with Him, only Him, and you and Him by yourself.
And I think you guys, I don't know if you guys misinterpreted.
You don't have to seclude yourself, but you should depend only on Him, not anybody else.
I don't think you guys. I think you guys misinterpreted what I said.
I did.
No, I get you. But
hold on.
Here they're gonna interpret.
Okay. Yeah. I didn't say.
Yeah,
I did not.
Your relationship.
I didn't say. Don't go to church. I said most people don't go to church no more. And if they do, and what the crazy thing about Christianity is a lot of churches are becoming progressive, which is
put your hands out, speak in tongues.
Yeah, we love LGBT, whatever.
Like it has to be church too as well, because
it's
if you go to church, you have to you can be the relationship with God,
but you're not listening to what I'm saying.
But if you go to church, you have a relationship.
I didn't say don't go to church.
Learn.
Tony,
it's like a learning process.
Church is
I didn't say don't go to church. I'm saying most people don't go to church no more.
That is true.
Right, you know that.
That really affects me because I think that hits like a little bit moment in my head. I hate that.
Yeah.
I hate to hear that when people say that.
But that's
because it really affects me.
So a lot of people don't go to church no more, and there's a lot of churches that are compromised.
That's
true. Which Christian churches are LGBT.
How do you know?
All you got to do is whatever they're preaching.
Because you just got to read. That's why you got to read.
Pride flag at the church.
Instead.
If you go into church, and they have a pride flag, are you gonna stay there?
Even if I go to church, I'm gonna walk to church, right? And I'm standing for God, pastor, like dancing,
he's behind the camera,
right? Asking for money, asking for whatever. My job is not to give him money. My job is to get there and love God, right?
Yes.
So I'm running, understanding
but
God and love me. I'm there, praise Him. That's my job. If people are asking me for money, that's fine. Whatever, they can ask me. But my presence at church, worship God and love God.
Yeah. But if the pastor's like a dumbass, like, do you really have to be at that church to be able to worship him?
Dumbass church.
That's true. But there is dumbass churches.
Yeah, and then remember how you said like what I've been
saying? Damn, nigga, you don't care about nothing. No, you didn't, bro. That's just
It just gives me a headache, bro.
Not even that. It just stinks, bro.
But I've been trying to say for like the past 20 minutes now. So remember how you said like, how can we be so sure that's our truth? That's our truth.
I'm confused, but I'm gonna let everybody go.
Wait, no, let him ask because he's.
I'm confused about everything.
30 seconds.
That's fine. We could interject.
What are you confused about though?
Did you guys grow up Christian? Because I did.
I grew up Catholic.
I have real questions. So I grew up Christian in a Christian church, Radiant, fucking. Where else did we go? Azusa, fucking. I had like 3 churches in my life, right? I grew up Christian from the moment I was born. I was fucking prayed for by a pastor. Now I don't know if it was whatever you guys talking about, all this crazy shit about new progression, all this shit. Like I don't know that shit.
Probably
bro.
Not because that was
because at the end of the it's new. It probably wasn't. But what I'm confused about is like I said, I grew up Christian, and I know what I know. I was told what I was told, right? So I don't know what is right. We don't know what is right. How do you guys know what is right?
The Bible.
Because where are you getting your info? Where do you guys get your info?
Okay. Because is this how I know I'm right? Because I grew up Catholic, so I didn't grow up Christian, right? So I didn't grow up thinking that like we know the truth, we know this, we know that. Like I grew up following what my parents and my grandparents did. So it wasn't. So once I really started asking questions, I started to see that Catholicism wasn't right. Like they would do crazy shit in the Vatican. They would do like just basically like the Pope gets to decide who goes to heaven and hell, like just crazy stuff like that. And they still believe in Jesus. But if they still believe in Jesus, it wouldn't make sense for them to do that stuff. Yeah. So I'm like, all right, bet. So then I started looking into like Islam and all this other stuff. And then this guy at work, he would like tell me
this
about
is all
like
recently though.
This is all like within like 2 years, maybe 3 years max.
So before 2 years, you were Catholic. Then I don't know.
To be honest, I was supposedly Catholic, but I didn't really believe in nothing.
You go and when you grow up Catholic, you go off based on what other people said. But then when you read the, it's kind of like I tell you something, a rumor, and then he tells you a rumor. But then you go to the place and actually see it for yourself.
This is like the overall thing for me. Like you guys are speaking from knowledge you picked up over the years.
Yeah,
like,
it's because
I'm coming from a place where I was prayed for. I was prayed for by real pastors. I was in the church. My mom, was a youth pastor. Like I was in there. And you guys are coming to me with knowledge and you weren't in there. So like I'm confused because I don't know where you're getting your info. You could be getting the wrong info. We don't know.
It's just from the Bible.
I know, but what I learned is from the Bible too.
I can tell you because
hold on.
You guys just started learning this. I
want to know what info you're talking about.
When they prayed for you, because maybe what happened to you wasn't even wrong. Like
no, I'm just questioning you guys because you guys got this new info recently, and it's like you guys haven't really been in. But you're like, well, we're good though because we know the knowledge. But it's like, bro, you guys haven't went through what the Bible says for us to be saved. You're just like, I accepted God, so I'm good.
I got you.
That's my question. I was really in it. You know what I mean? I'm not saying I was in it, so everybody else is not in it. I'm just saying, you guys just got onto the scene and you guys are just like, yeah, I'm good. I don't know where you're getting we don't know where you're getting your knowledge. You know what I mean? That's my question is where is the knowledge? What is that?
That's what I was getting to. That's what I was getting to.
Where do you guys learning your stuff from? YouTube?
That's what I was getting to.
I come from the same exact place as he comes from.
So that's what
my pastor came from homegrown churches.
Yeah, my exact scriptures or my pastor comes from his mom too as well. We come from the same exact place. We come together. You know what I'm saying? But those are the kind of.
So I was gonna say this. So you start to look for the truth, right? And even history starts to point at Jesus all the time. All these ancient manuscripts, everything, the most like the oldest scripts, like manuscripts from the Bible, the Dead Sea Scrolls, all this stuff. Basically, the truth has never been changed. What people do is people take the truth and they don't like certain things, so they'll change it and there'll be denominations of Christianity.
Yeah, there's all types of Bibles and shit.
The Pentecostals and all them, they started as a female-led church, and if it's female-led, it's already going against the word. It's already going against the word of God. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So if off rip.
So if off rip, you're already going against the word of God. Your whole foundation is off. So
from the start of it, right?
From the start, you have to stay true to the word. And if, like you said, like, well, how do you know Islam and all this stuff, all this other stuff? You read their truth, and you find so many errors, so many mistakes. Even Muhammad or whatever his name is, I don't really care about.
That is his name. Muhammad Ali.
Muhammad, he stated he didn't know the purpose of life before he even died. So like,
yeah. And he married a 9-year-old.
And he married. Well, he married her. No, look. He married her.
I guess summarize it. So you see all this shit.
Can I just say something?
No, you can't.
I want him to summarize it real quick. Instead of having to get into these things like, where is the knowledge?
Not I see all this shit. Is I'm getting my knowledge. I'm getting into this, right?
The Bible.
It's the Bible.
What Bible is that? When was it made? Like
King James. It's the most accurate.
Obviously,
ancient
they reprint
manuscripts.
them. Yeah.
Dead Sea Scrolls.
Yeah. That's like thou shalt. That's not even.
It's literally the.
Yeah.
Just translated. Yeah.
So when you really look into stuff like this, it's like, all right, the reason why we know all this stuff, like you say, we come into it with this new information and all this, is because we really dive into it and we take the word and you have to rightly divide it. Because most churches nowadays, like he said, they're like homegrown, or they're like somebody makes their own little church and they'll be like, okay, we know this, but they'll change it. Like they say we know how to speak in tongues and we know how to do all this stuff and we know how to a bunch of Jehovah's Witnesses that come to your door and all them. There's so many denominations of Christians and all that stuff.
I've seen people speak.
So if you see people speak in tongues, back then the people that spoke in tongues were for Jews because they didn't believe in faith. They believed through sight. They had to see the miracles. So when they had to see the miracles to believe, and then when they
tongues, So you're telling me when somebody speaks in tongues and they're not actually speaking to God?
No,
they're not.
They don't even know what they're saying. Imagine they're cursing God out. God out.
I talked to him
Imagine
about.
they're cursing God out and they don't even know what they're saying.
Oh my God, that blows my mind right now.
Yeah, they don't even know what they're saying. So what if he's just cursing them out?
That is.
This is my last question, and I'm done talking about this. My last question, I'm done. This is my. We could stretch it to another day or whatever, but this is my last question, and I'm done. Look. At the end of the day, the Bible, you guys know the Bible, right? You've been reading it, right? Okay, so at the end of the day, everybody in every religion is their intention, whether they don't know or not what the details are in the religion, they just want good in life. They want to go to heaven. Whatever the details are, they don't know.
Yeah,
Muslims,
like
Catholic, whatever. They want to go to heaven. That's the goal, right? So if we're going off the Bible, why are we judging them? Why can't we just let them do it, and why try to save them? You know what I mean? When I get there's people that street preach, there's people that knock on door, all that stuff, right? But at the end of the day, they just have good in their heart and they want that. So what is the issue? That's my question of the day.
The issue is this. The issue is this. If I know somebody's gonna go and do a heinous action at the mall, and I know this for 100% fact, right? Yeah. And I do not warn you, and I know you are going there to this said place, this Walmart, right? And I know it's gonna burn down, right? And everybody in it is gonna burn to death. And I know this for 100% fact, but I do not tell you. What does that make me? Because I don't want to. Let's say because I don't want to hear you say, "Oh, well, who told you the thing's gonna burn? How do you know it's gonna burn? What about the fire alarm system?"
But it kind of goes back to when you were trying to tell.
No.
Your manager.
I understand that.
Just like listen to you. Well, you said so.
No, hold on. But what is like what goes through your head? Like what does that make me?
Like if you didn't tell the people,
we're supposed to listen to you. Like we're just supposed to be like just believe what you said. That's what you're saying right now?
No, I'm giving you.
If you said that right now, like I would have to believe you right now. I have to believe you. At what way? And in what way? Where?
I guess he's saying why?
Huh? How? Like how? Why would I believe him if he said that? That's what I'm trying to ask. I was like, how am I supposed to believe this guy if he's saying that the Walmart's about to burn down? I'm in the Walmart, and he said this Walmart's about to burn down. I might put him on the fucking internet just like everybody else.
I need bunches of votes.
Everybody always says that. The girl said on the internet that there was a fake person at the end of the. Was it real or was it not real?
He's saying why should they believe you? That's it. Why?
I know what you're saying, but you're asking a different question from what you said. Let me answer this first real quick, and I got you. So that makes me an evil person, right? That makes me like heartless because I know it's going to burn down, right? But I'm still letting you go. So when Christians, they go and evangelize, right? They go spread the gospel and they tell you, hey, this is what's going to happen. You're asking, why would I do it? Why would I care? Because if I find out what hell is, right? It's a place where there's no air. You can't breathe, right? So imagine you're just there like trying to get a breath, but you can't. There's maggots on your skin, right? You never die because there's no death or there's no life, there's no death. You're just there suffering, right? And you say, okay, well, maybe I'm in hell and I can have memories, right? There's no memories. You say, maybe I can sleep it off. There's no sleeping in hell. Say, okay, well, there's no water. Maybe I can cut my wrist, drink my blood, get some kind of like liquid. There's no blood in hell. There's like suffering. You're talking about hell. Hold on. The reason why I say this is because you asked, why does it matter? Why do you feel the need to put your belief system on this individual who has their predisposed or whatever you want to call it?
They believe what they believe.
Yeah. Yes, they already have their own belief. It's because this. If I know the people who don't take this are going to hell, and I just don't tell them because, oh, you know what? If I tell them, it's going to make them feel this way.
But they don't believe they're going to hell. That's the thing. So it's like,
okay, but here's the thing.
We don't know.
Regardless, go back to the analogy. Regardless of whether you believe the Walmart is burning or not, if I know it's going to burn, right? It's set for demolition or something, but you go in there, right? You're destined for hell. It does not change the fact that the action is going to happen. People are going to go to hell. And whether that person could have been saved if you would have gave them the gospel, but because you thought me, right? Because I thought, oh, I don't want to be judged by this person. I don't want this individual to say I'm crazy. I don't want this person to say, why are you giving hate speech? Why are you not understanding and respecting my religion, right? I'm going to tell you regardless. Why? Because I understand that if I don't tell you, and what if I'm the only one who has the nuts to go tell you, right? Because everybody else is scared they're going to smack them or something. What if I'm the only one who gives you the gospel? What if I'm the only one who gives you this message? I'm commanded to give you this message, right? So you ask why? Because I'm commanded to. The Lord Jesus Christ commands you to give the gospel, whether you like it or not. A commandment is a commandment. It's irregardless of how you feel about it. It's irregardless of how the individual.
And you're commanded to tell them about it, but are they commanded to believe you?
No.
Well, I guess it's up to them.
But they are not.
Yeah.
Just because they are not commanded to believe does not mean that they are not free of the consequence.
I guess for me, the biggest evidence for me why Christianity is the way, the truth is, what's the only religion that's getting attacked right
now? I wouldn't know.
And then back to what you were saying, like the only thing the other religions, like you said, like they're just trying to, most of them are just trying to push love and push all this stuff, and they're not trying to push evil. They're just trying to push peace, right? Like other like religions, like Muslims and Catholics and all them. Like, so what's the point of like trying to make them switch or whatever? Well, it's because they could be good people, but they're just misled because their doctrine doesn't make sense. Their doctrine is corrupted, and their doctrine is just.
But their intentions is.
But their
good.
intentions are good. They just don't have the right doctrine. They're misled, and they're misled because they believe, like, just like me when I was Catholic, I believed my grandparents and my parents and all them because they're just my higher ups.
So I'm thinking
so
that the moral of the story is that what you're saying right now is that we have to save people.
That's the whole point.
That's our job, right? Yeah. Our job, our goal is to save people, right? Yes. Because our job on this earth is to save people, right? We will try to save people as much as we can.
No, we can't.
It's
really
not to save people, but it's to try.
My goal is to warn people because I believe the rapture is going to happen very soon, and when that happens, they're going to say aliens took us, the Anunnaki came for us, the Draconians came for us, the sun radiation came for us, the aliens abducted us. No, it was the rapture. We were taken away.
Our job is to save people, right? That is our job.
Our job is to give them the gospel.
I've been there. I've been in the streets. I went to the streets of I'm telling you, our job is to save people.
I believe you used to evangelize. Yeah, I believe.
Well, then why are we here then? Are we just supposed to save people, like people that have knowledge?
That's because if you spread the gospel, people don't want to hear it.
As people that know knowledge, that know about God, is to spread the word of God, right? To save people that don't know about God, right? That is our job. That's why we were born. That's why we were here.
And to be fruitful.
Right? To be fruitful and love everybody.
To be fruitful and multiply.
There's a bunch of people around here that cannot believe in God, right?
Yes.
But it's our job that people do have faith in God, that people that know God. It doesn't have to be a scripture. It doesn't have to be the Bible. It's just your faith in God. And I feel like if you have that faith in God, you can spread that word to somebody that can save their life if they're in the street or dying or whatever. You can do that. I went one day.
They gotta want it though.
I'll tell you that. I'll give
they gotta want it.
Yeah. I'll give you the honest truth.
I could have told you this 4 years ago. You wouldn't give a fuck.
No, but
so at least I know you have to want it though.
Yeah.
So no matter what you do, they gotta want it. They gotta come to it.
I found it myself, and that's what it was.
Give you the whole entire. God just picks you as you are.
That's true.
God picks you as you are. If you are this way, and if I am this way, and God can pick me up right now and just give me to another person and say, save that person, I can save that person. If I could, I will.
Yeah. All you gotta do is spread the message.
I don't have to be the best person in the world to know God and know the Bible and know everything.
That's
I just know that I have
saying.
faith in God and God can give me
That's not what we're saying. We're not saying
that's
be
what I'm
perfect.
saying. That's what I'm saying though.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying though.
But we're not saying be perfect.
You give them the gospel, you don't save them.
I'm not saying that's
you give it to them
saying.
if they want to.
I'm not saying that's not what you're saying. I'm not saying that's what you're saying. I'm saying that's what I'm saying. God gave me a power to be like, you know what, you know about me, you love me, you care about me, and you can, and I'll pick you up right now, and I'll set you up right here next to this person that's in the street that can't even eat, that can't even breathe, and he's on crack, and he's on this, and you can pick him up and grab him from that bottom and pull him back out and just give him the word of God. And
that's what
I don't have to be perfect. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't have to preach God.
That's what we're saying.
I love you guys.
That's literally what we're saying. You don't have to be perfect.
But that's what I'm talking about.
So episode 2.
We're gonna we had like 3. This is technically 3, but you know,
2
scraps.
What's up with that?
Yeah, but unfortunately we gotta end it here. You know, great talks, man. We're gonna continue to push this content out. And you know, comment down below anything really. If you guys
next
want,
episode, I want to talk about astrology and how bitches are dumb. I'm sorry.
Any topic, you know what I mean? Like whatever y'all got to say, you know, we appreciate any feedback, negative or positive. We appreciate the feedback. And you know, make sure you like and subscribe, and we're just gonna keep pushing it out, man. Appreciate y'all.
Hold on. Last word.
Go ahead.
As far as like what I was saying, speaking tongues and all that, read 1 Corinthians 14 through 40. Verse 1 through 40, chapter 14. 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 1 through 40. And that's as far as like speaking tongues. And as far as salvation, just real quick, because there might be somebody who's watching who says, okay, well, you said all this, but you didn't give me a verse to prove to me that it's salvation through faith and faith alone. So one of them you can quickly go through is Ephesians 1:13 through 14, which is, it says, ye were sealed with the Holy Spirit of promise, right? So the moment you believed and had faith in Jesus Christ being a real human being, dying, and his blood paying your ticket into heaven, essentially, is a funny way to say it. As soon as you do that, you're good and you're sealed with the Holy Spirit. So as soon as you believe, you receive the Holy Spirit. It's not anything else. It's not anything that you go and give to charity or anything like that. It's rather just Ephesians 1:13 through 14, which is, as soon as you believe in Jesus Christ and what he did, and that, he died for your sins and all that, he was a perfect human being, God in human flesh, came back after 3 days. As soon as you do that, you are saved. But you have to truly believe it. Truly believe it. You can't just yes, you have to also accept the fact that he did it for you. Not just know that, because there's Freemasons, there's people who are Satanists, there are people who believe they worship the devil, but they know this knowledge, right? But they do not claim it. They do not claim their salvation. They leave it.
He's not driving. He's not going. You're not making your flight. You're not making your flight. You're not making your flight.
Hey, you're a grown man. I can't even.
Yeah, fuck it. Hey,
appreciate the guests for stopping by, man.
We appreciate the guests.
We appreciate the the insights on both.
The
very
host
opposite
and the co-host,
people, and we loved it. Yep. Shout out to Jack. Jack, get in the. Can you turn these off, bro?
Jack, does he know how? You don't know how. You don't know.
No, actually, turn that one.